whatever we want out of life that's worth having, we must earn it. We must work for it. It's not gonna be easy. You know, you shouldn't even want nothing easy. Like it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be something that you gotta go through to get to where you're going. You know, like people don't just become. It's a process that you have to trust in becoming. I was kicking the bobo. I was kicking the bobo, right? And then the lightning hit, the thunder hit, the ancestors. Boom! Shut off my Wi-Fi, so I had to start a new live. So I'm back on. We back on deck. So with that being said, Ashe to the Most High. Ashe to myself. Ashe to all the ancestors that came before me. Ashe to the present moment. As it is in heaven, so will it be right here on earth. Let's take a moment and breathe. I don't know who need to hear this. I don't know who need to hear this. But it's very important that you love yourself. First and foremost. It's very important that you love yourself. Since the lighting is so crazy this way, I mean, you can see my peace lily, right? And you can see the window. But I think I'm going to move my little better view on the YouTube screen, man. I feel like I'm doing too much right now. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it together, man. Oh, you can see the heart of Christ, right? All right, bet. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Man down. Let me pick it back up, Lord. Let me pick it up. Okay. Make sure we got the heart of Christ in this picture frame right here. Okay. So I'm live over here. I'm live over here. I'm live right here in the flesh. Yes. I'm thankful. I'm appreciative. Yes. I'm amazing. But I ain't nothing at the same time. Appreciate your life, man. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know what I'm going to say. It's not planned, but I am going to I'm gonna be doing some reading out of here. I'm gonna be doing some talking out of here, and I'm gonna be doing some writing. But I always write, like I always journal. I love writing, so I'm gonna just write some stuff as well. Yeah, yeah, man. So I think about life, and I think about like just being here on the earth, and I like it's like how would you know what to do with yourself if nobody ever told you? You know what I'm saying? Or if you never had no influences, like how would you know like what to be? You know what I'm saying? Like what to look up to, what to be. And most people in my experience choose to do what is easiest or choose to do what's like set, you know what I'm saying? Or what like their parents told them to do. You know what I'm saying? Like most people like say you got a religion, right? Most people religion is a religion that their parents had. You know what I'm saying? But what's wrong with choosing your own way of life? You know what I'm saying? And then when you're making that choice, like how do you come to a conclusion? That's what I was looking for. How you come to a conclusion on this is my walk in life? You know what I'm saying? And it takes learning yourself. It takes knowing that it's okay to be yourself. It takes knowing that it's okay to hold on, man. I'm doing too much right now. Let me cover up my crown first and foremost. We have to know who we are as beings. We have to know who we are. Like we're energy, we're beings. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what that mean, bro? Like we are energy, bro. So that means everything that's going on around you and inside of you is because of you, and it's because of whatever you're consuming and whatever you're putting out. So like if we just simply be more mindful and focus more on what we are putting in and what we are, letting out, that'll change a lot. You know what I'm saying? And how do you listen? How do you know? How do you get guidance? How do you get wisdom? How do you get knowledge? You know what I'm saying? How do you get a stance on something? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't have I don't know where I was gonna say volume or some shit like that. I don't even know. What I meant to say is if you don't have an example, a righteous example, you just got, whatever you got in the flesh, you have to appreciate. All right, we gotta appreciate our parents. We have to appreciate whatever the Most High like gave us, like whatever we came here with. We have to appreciate it and not look at it in a negative sense, or not look at it as bad or nothing. Like we're looking at it as, okay, this is what I got to work with. You know what I'm saying? No different if you playing the card game. This is the hand that you was dealt. So you're gonna be mad at your hand, or you're gonna try to win the game. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't mad at their hand. They playing the cards that they was dealt. What you gonna do? Shoot the dealer? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? Throw your cards fold? You know what I'm saying? Nah, you play the game. That's why we here. We're not here to play games, but we're here to figure out what's going on around us, to be aware. I tell my children all the time, like when they go outside and they play, I keep an eye on them, but I also just tell them, man, always pay attention to your surroundings. Just being aware. That's a part of life. If I'm not aware of what's going on around me, if somebody just shoot something past me and I don't catch it, like they can get away with murder. But if I know how real life is, if I done been in predicaments and situations and had to sit and had to really feel the magnitude of my choices, then I'm gonna make sure that each choice that I make, I'm considering my entire life, and I'm considering the people who came before me that's connected to me, you know, their reputation. I'm also considering the people that's coming after me. You know what I'm saying? And when you think about legacy in life, the Most High is endless. It don't stop. So I can sit on here, I can kick the bubble all day, just as easily as I can be online all day and just be scrolling and looking at other people's videos. Why I can't make my own? Why can't I put stuff out into the world? Why do I always have to be a consumer? What about being a helper? Why do I always have to be a taker? What about being a giver? And then we be like wondering why things is going the way that it's going. You know what I'm saying? Why life don't change? But life is only a reflection of your own self. Like, what are you getting from life is only a reflection of your own self. But life itself is abundant. You know what I'm saying? It's like no end to it. You can go this way, that way, this way, that way. It's always still gonna have universal law. You know, as above, so below. As within, so without. You know what I'm saying? Law of correspondence. All these laws that come with the universe is just what it is. How do you gain access to a better or a more suitable life for yourself? Like, how do you bring in the things that are better for your situation and better for your people? How do you attract those things? Well, for one, you attract what you are. So if you want something different, or if you don't want to get what you're getting, you have to change. How do you change? Okay, we can look at it like this. If I'm a cup and I got if I'm a cup and I got stuff in me that I don't want in me, and I want other stuff, I first got to pour out what's in me. So like right now, I'm doing this herbal detox. So what the herbs are doing is just getting rid of a lot of the toxicity that I've been putting into my body. A lot of toxins, you know, just living this life day to day, you're going to develop a lot of toxins, you know what I'm saying? And then based off of your habits, based off of your eating patterns, you will develop toxicity in your body. Shout out to the heart of Christ, man. Always had a heart of Christ, man. Come on. You will have difficulties. And then when I have difficulties that are so difficult and so challenging that I can't even understand it, I can't fathom it, and it feels like I'm about to die, that's when I ask God. That's when I ask the Most High, like, help me through this. You know what I'm saying? That's when I try to turn to people who have lived a little bit more life than I have for a perspective and for wisdom. And most of the time, I don't get the answer that I was expecting. And I don't know, like people don't give me validation or give me comfort. I only find that comfort in well, it's not even a comfort. I find balance in knowing that God is in me. So if I have a circumstance that I need to make a decision, I'm gonna be able to make that decision when I get up to that point. You know what I'm saying? Like when people say we're gonna cross that bridge when we get to it, you're gonna know what to do. But you want to be as clear as you possibly can. So how can I get clearer? I have to clean out my body. I have to love myself. I have to make sure no matter what I'm going through, I'm still showing up and being my best self. I'm still being the person that I wish to see in others. I'm being the change that I wish to see. I'm being righteous. I'm being upright. I'm standing on the shit that I'm saying. I'm being an authentic person. I'm not lying. I'm not kidding you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like judging another person for what they doing, but then not looking at myself. Like it really starts at home. So if I'm looking for guidance, I can ask an elder. I can ask somebody I have respect for because God gonna speak through them. But I can also just ask the Creator. I can ask God. I can ask them Elohim. I can ask the Most High Himself, like herself, like, yo, I need wisdom right now. And then I have to sit and listen. I have to turn off all of these distractions and turn my soul on. I gotta turn off all this stuff I don't need and listen to myself, listen to my heart. You ask and it shall be given, but you have to be receptive to receive what is given. I feel like there's always good. You know what I'm saying? There's always that's in the Bible too. I need to learn these scriptures, you know, so I can say them verbatim, but I'm just giving you what I grasp from it, which is everything is happening that God is doing is for your greatest good. So if your life is flipped upside down or things are happening, then you might be doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Or you might be doing something that is not a part of the greater good. So we got to know what it means to serve a purpose that's higher than our own self. Like, instead of being selfish and doing what I want to do for me, I need to think about what's best for we as a whole. Because if everybody is good, then of course I'm good automatically. But if I'm good and they not good, how can you feel straight if your people is hurting or you don't have nobody that's vibrating with you on that same level, on that same frequency? That don't feel good. It feel kind of lonely, you know. And I say we need the whole world. Like, I don't need a whole team of niggas. You know what I'm saying? A few is good enough. You know what I'm saying? As long as they true and they righteous, that's enough. So I'm thankful because I have definitely been a person that made a lot of stupid ass decisions. A lot of decisions, like if my son was doing the shit that I've done, I would be so mad, bro. So I could imagine how my parents feel. Like, having a child is crazy, bro, because like it give you a perspective like, man, this how my mama must feel. This how my dad must feel. You know, good parents at least have that feeling. You know, and and I look at my children, it makes me so emotional because I just see so much, like just from my childhood, and I see in them that my son, especially my firstborn, I could see it because you know he's the oldest, but all of my children, they're so much better than I was. Like, it's like it's like you're getting an updated version on your iPhone. You know what I'm saying? You're getting that software update. It's you, but it's you and that woman, and then it's like God. So it's like the whole new extra better version you couldn't even never even imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like, seeing my son for the first time was like at a loss for words. You know what I'm saying? That little alien head came out all along. And it was like, I joke with him all the time about it. I'm like, bro, your head, bro, you're not from this planet, bro. Your head came out not shaped like a head I ever seen before. And we had to shape it because if not, your head would have been looking crazy. But you would have been out here like a cone head or something. Or like a long rectangle, like box head he would have had if we wouldn't have shaped it like me, you know, his grunt. Like, I love that woman, his grandma. Yeah. Like his mom, you know what I'm saying? I love her too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I love all the mothers of my children. You know what I'm saying? Even the crazy ones, even the ones I don't talk to, I love them. You know what I'm saying? My children, I love them unconditionally. You know what I'm saying? My walk that I'm walking with Christ is mine own personally. I used to want so bad for them to have the same lifestyle, but I had to learn that it's still things that I needed to get on my own. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn. I'm still learning as I'm walking. It's certain things that you can't instill, you can't teach through you saying, son or daughter, baby, do this, and that, and the third. They're not gonna get it that way. But when you doing it, when they can see through your actions and through, your work, who you are, it's gonna be a different perspective. Because there's certain things that my mom gave me, and it wasn't like she told me this, just from life. You know what I'm saying? From me paying attention and from me seeing, okay, you gotta persevere. You know what I'm saying? You gotta push through, and you gotta have trust in the situation that's going on. It's not, you don't have to look at that. You gotta have trust in what you can't even see right now, but trust in, like, if you could see it in your vision, like if God gave you the vision to see past what's going on right now in your current circumstances. Because it was times where the lights was off and then it was right back on. So I know that my mom had a faith that couldn't be shaken, and whatever she had to do, she had to talk to Mr. Charlie. You feel me? Them lights came back on. So it's that same persistence that I'm showing up with in my life for my children. Like, man, ain't no way they can't, have the world. Ain't no way that I can't show them through my action what it means to serve God. There ain't no way that they gonna have to get this from somebody else. Ain't no fucking way. I gotta give it to them. Because honestly, the mom is the first teacher of the child, but they also learn so much from their father. So with that being said, I do my best to not be one of those parents that be on some do as I say, not as I do. Nah, I want you to come into your own. I want you to be a leader, be the head and not the tail, but I also want for you whatever you want for yourself. As long as it's aligned with God's purpose, like, yeah, you came through me, but I don't own you. You belong to the Most High. So whatever plans is for your life, I can't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, it's not my place to say what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. It's my place to help God, help guide you. You know what I'm saying? Just along the right path. And if you fall or if you veer off and try to do what other people are doing, it's just my job to just point you like, go that way. You got everything you're supposed to have. Most High already gave you everything when you was born. You was everything that you was supposed to be. And it's just the choice of if I'm gonna walk in this light, if I'm gonna be in the position that I'm supposed to be in, if I'm gonna be the man that I was made to be, mentally aware now. I don't know if that's what a man is. You know what I'm saying? A thinking mind, a person that's not thinking. I used to think with my lower head. I don't do that no more. So that means I've graduated in understanding. I've graduated in thinking. I've graduated in behavior. I was doing things that is pitiful, you know, and that's shame. That's guilt. That's me displaying I didn't love myself properly. I couldn't have with those choices I was making. You know what I'm saying? It would be embarrassing if my son was to see this part of me. That's not me showing, like, So I'm not saying that to say that anybody is weak for whatever struggles that they're going through in life. But when my son's mom, my first son's mom, when she got pregnant, I seen a change in her. It's like a switch to where she knew, like, I'm a mother now. And this job is way bigger than any job I ever had before. It's serious and it's not to be played with. So when she realized that, I was still pretty much immature. I was still a child. I was still making really poor decisions. And I appreciate her. I appreciate her family for stepping up to the plate and doing what I had no, I wanted to do, but I had no understanding or no, I don't know. It's like in her, it just clicked. And me, it clicked that I was a father, but it also was like the most scariest thing in the world. So I wasn't even trying to get too personal, but when I think about parenthood, I think about being a father, I think about motherhood. It's so similar to our relationship with Christ and like with the Most High. Like your parent is not there to like make you feel bad when you mess up. You know what I'm saying? Your parent is not there to do everything for you. You're supposed to do this shit on your own. Your parent is really just there to see what you're doing. And as they seeing, they can kind of like give you the energy of like, nah, that ain't it. Or give you the energy of like, you know what I'm saying? And it feels good to know, okay, bet. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm doing out here? Okay, bet. I'm moving in the right direction. Let me keep moving. It's just motivation, man. You know, and then if you completely don't know, then yeah, I can show you. I can show you. I should be leading by example anyways. I shouldn't just be telling you something that I'm not doing. I don't like hypocrites, bro. I don't like hypocrites. Like, fuck a hypocrite, bro. Because how you gonna come tell me something that you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, your words mean nothing if it's not backed by action. We have to, we must internalize what our principles are, our character, things that we will do and we won't do, our boundaries, where we draw the line. Like, nah, I ain't doing that. We got to internalize that and embody that. And it's not just like something I'm thinking or something that I'm saying, but this is who I am. You won't never catch me doing that. You know what I'm saying? Even if in my past you caught me doing that, that ain't who I am. I fucked up then. Now, when you see me correct. And that's only because I got Christ in my heart. You know, not no fake shit. Like the real deal. When you study the story, let me go to the book. When you study this story, first of all, I ain't even talking about no particular king, no none of that. I'm just talking about the story because this story has been passed down through generation and generations, past way back before. You know what I'm saying? Like before people was even writing stuff down, this stuff type of information was being talked about. But the story of Yahshua, Christ, the story of Christ and what he went through, powerful story. Especially when you get to Matthew and the part where, let me just go to it. The part where he was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, to me, is so powerful. Because what it's saying when they're giving you that story, it's just basically saying the devil can't offer you anything. Really, like the devil be coming and saying shit, but it's not really offering you anything. He's trying to get your attention. You are the offering. But it's like he's offering you trinkets and all these different things. I could give you a Rolls Royce and a house and some jewelry and all the women you could ever want. You know what I'm saying? All the bitches, all the women, all the money, all the cars, all the clothes. You can have all that, right? Why would a person want to give you all these things for? What are you getting? You know what I'm saying? And if you getting something from me to give me all these things, then that means whatever you're getting must be way more valuable than all of this bullshit. I don't even know where Matthew at. I had a cousin named Matthew though. That boy cool. I thought it was in the back. I do know where Matthew at. Man, we gotta trust ourselves. Gotta trust your intuition, man. Let's see. Where should I go? It's my solar return today too, by the way. That's why I took the day off because when I first got up, I was not feeling good at all. I still feel a little crazy, like, but my the people I work with, supervisor, whatever, telling me I gotta bring in a doctor's note, which is crazy because last time I brought in the doctor's note, they didn't even give a fuck. That's what I mean by being hypocritical. Like, if something is supposed to go, it should go all the time, like 24/7. It should be unchanging. Like, if this is a rule, it's always a rule. You know what I'm saying? Anything else is bullshit. People make up stuff as they go. I don't think that's fine. You know? I'm rambling a little bit right now, so let me bring it. Let me find some clarity. I'm gonna go back to Matthew, but since I just turned to John, I'm gonna read John 9:13. Right? John 9:13 says here, let's see. They brought to the Pharisees the man who had been formerly blind. That's all it said. Now I'm gonna hop down here to John 9:22. His parents said these things because they feared the Jews. For the Jews had already agreed that if anyone should confess Jesus to be Christ, he was to be put out of the synagogue. That's crazy. So it was haters way back in these times. People just hating on you because you're doing what the Most High told you to do. And that tells me that it just comes with the territory. If you're telling the truth without holding anything back, nobody is gonna like that, because that truth, that bitter truth, it doesn't taste well. And since that shit don't taste good, most people are just used to the sweet shit, but you can't put sugar on shit. It's still shit. I mean, you can put sugar on shit, but it's still shit. Man, the story is so powerful, man. It's like this dude ain't did nothing but help people, right? And they plotted on his life and they killed him. That's crazy. But that's what people do though. Like, nobody want to help nobody just off the strength. Nobody want to help nobody just out of the kindness of their own heart. It's always, what am I going to get from this? It's always like, why would I help you if you ain't ever done nothing for me? And that is not having the heart of Christ. You know what I'm saying? If someone needs help, then you help them. And then, especially if their intention is only to get better, if they just trying their best, they doing their best to uplift themselves, and you can help them out, you know, I just feel like, why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? Some people kick people while they down. Some people withhold information from people. You know what I'm saying? Some people set people up. I be like, that's crazy. Like, some people just look for you to do wrong. They just look for your downfall. Like, no matter what, when they see you, they already plotting on how you gonna lose. Like, that shit be wild to me. They want to see you down. They watch you to see where you're gonna mess up. They watch you to see how they can mess you up. But the thing about being a child of the Most High, you can't get messed up. They can only try to offer you or try to get in your ear, and you have to tell them like, yo, back up. Hold on, I use the bathroom. I'm peeing a lot because I'm drinking a lot. I'll be right back. You know what I find to be funny? Let me drink some of my tea. It's not even really funny. It's really, it's sad. Like the mind state of people and how people are insane, basically. Because when you think about it, in the Bible, it says that Jesus was the ultimate physician. I think it say that. Let me not even say that because it might not even be in there. This is just my own, just hearing what people be saying, just knowing like people be like, let me read some of these comments. Why are you preaching something we already know? Oh, shit, I ain't preaching. I'm I don't even know what the fuck you know. I ain't know who you is. I'm not preaching. I'm not a preacher. I'm just sharing because I got time today. But we could talk about anything. You know what I'm saying? You want to put a suggestion there, what you want me to speak on? I could shed some light on any subject. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not here to preach. I just got some time. So I hopped online, hopefully, to be able to share something that'll help somebody out, to encourage them just to keep going through their day or whatever they're going through, just to be encouraged. But yeah, I don't care about this shit. What I care about is people being real, people being truthful and authentic. What I care about is people not being harmed, especially children, especially like the pure ones. You know, that's what I care about. But yeah, what I find funny is if Jesus is the ultimate physician, right? If I called off from my job and they like bring in a doctor's note, if I bring in a note and say, "Look, I talked to Jesus and Jesus helped me," they're gonna be thinking I'm crazy. But they not crazy for being believers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming for nobody, but belief and knowing cannot exist in the same place. You can't believe something that you know, and you can't know something that you believe. See how crazy that is? That's why I'm not a believer. I'm a knower. So with that being said, I'm not a preacher because preachers talk to believers and people just keep believing. I ain't here for none of that shit. That's not my purpose because I ain't believing shit you say. I'm either gonna know it to be true, we're gonna vibrate on it, on a come together some type of way that we're building and doing something positive or doing something that's worth doing, or it ain't nothing. Only thing we can do is put our best foot forward, learn something, build something. Like, what else is there to do? You know what I'm saying? However you coming, you gotta be bringing something to the table, bringing some tools or bringing some materials to work with to make this process that we're doing together become better. Or even when you speaking in a spiritual sense, if your body is a temple, what tools are you using to build up your temple? How are you making it sacred? How are you keeping your temple pure? You know? How are you respecting the temple that you were given for this limited time being? You know? And if the temple is supposed to house the soul, how do we feed our souls? You can feed your souls with data, you know what I'm saying? You can intake some data, I guess. Stories as well. Stories are cool. But how do you truly know what it is that you need when you need it? I don't even know. That's a good question. That's why I be meditating, man, because I know that I don't have all the answers, but I know all the answers aren't here. Because if there's a question, it got to be an answer for it. If there's a problem, there has to be a way to solve it. So I like to bring myself into a space of knowing I have everything that I need. I just know I have to clear my mind. I have to clear out the path to attain the things I need. And I have to like I have a goal in my mind. I have to block out all distractions and trust the process until I reach the goal. So yeah. Maybe I shouldn't be on live. Maybe I am kicking the shit that niggas already know. But if you already know it, get off my live. No, I'm just kidding. Man, if you know it, then help share it. If you know what I'm saying, then hey, just know that shit then. You know what I'm saying? Only know what I know. Yeah. I don't know shit. That's what I'm saying. I know how I feel. I know what feels real to me. You know what I'm saying? I know we get all this different information online. I know it could be overstimulating and an overload of information. We got to turn that shit off at some point and do and apply the knowledge and create in our own space, whatever that looks like. You know what I'm saying? To be a leader and not a follower, to be the head and not the tail, to be the lender and not the borrower. You feel me? Yeah, it is. No Diddy. This stuff is so nasty. It's so good though. It's the bitter truth. No matter what's going on, I always find it beneficial to just be cool. It's beneficial to always be appreciating, you know? Even if you're going through a rough time, you still appreciate it because that shit making you stronger. Somebody rub you the wrong way, somebody say some shit you don't like. Niggas try to bring up your past. Smile. You know what I'm saying? People want to talk about your present. Smile. They want to put out a bad prediction of your future. Smile. But don't let nobody speak ill over you. Don't speak ill over your own life. Don't have bad thoughts about yourself. And when those things come, that's the work. That's what we got to work through because as positive as I try to be as an individual, I also got to be mindful. I don't, oh shit, oh shit. They about to cut my live off. Inactivity. Oh, I'm going to cut my own live off. I ain't got to cut it off. We have detected inactivity during your current live. Complete the verification to continue your current live. What verification? Ain't nothing coming up. They just trying to cut me off. Man, bro, this system is crazy, bro. Listen, love yourself, big up yourself, make the right choice, be righteous. That's all I got to say. Fuck this technology, dog. Niggas be too real for this shit. Look, it's asking me to do something I can't even do. Man, love yourself, have the heart of Christ. Never forget, you know, always remember. You got this. Peace.